Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 11 of ShowTheFlowTV. It's been an awesome 11 days. Wow. Just the impact that we're hearing back to the feedback and everything from people from all over the nation, sending emails and Facebook messages saying, hey, thank you for just continuing to do this. And so I appreciate that. Thank you so much for letting us know. Today, once again, it is Multiple Stream Monday.
Absolutely.
And I'm joined by my good friend Trace Bailey.
Welcome, everyone. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for coming. I'm super pumped and excited today, to talk about something that Aaron and I have really been involved in for the past several months. We talked about last week the importance of having multiple streams of income. And, as you know, we own a real estate photography company, and that, is our main source of income. But kind of being in the, crowds where maybe some of the more wealthy people, the movers and shakers, if you will, in Oklahoma, I've noticed that they do more than one thing for income. It's that multiple streams. And I love, last week what Trace was talking about, the difference between, active and like passive income. And so maybe you could share a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time I evaluate, something or really look at, opportunities that may arise, it's based on, does it fit in these two categories? Is it active? Active meaning I'm pulling the puppet strings, which is a great way, especially for your main source. Yeah. I mean, for what you and Aaron have done with Oklahoma real estate photography, it has just blown my mind to watch the growth month after month after month, set new records. It's just phenomenal. And so that's exciting to see. But as you pull the puppet strings, the more strings there are, the harder it can become. So then I start looking at this passive income. And as you create something, as it grows and it continues to grow and it grows bigger than you can grow and it continues to happen without you pulling the puppet strings. And so I always look at ways that I can create those other streams based on what category do they fit in. Yeah. And so that's a really cool way of evaluating and looking at things.
It's something I've always been intrigued in, to be honest with you, the idea of multiple streams, multiple sources. But, it's one of those things like you can go out and you look for opportunities. But for me, it happened maybe a different way. We've spent the past couple of years growing this photography business, and I attribute that to me just putting myself in around the right people, changing the way that I think, reading books, things of that nature. And I've focused on personal development almost obsessively. I really did, but I neglected other areas of my life, especially my health. And last year, January of last year, I'd got up to almost 400 pounds, and that's a big dude. I was teaching kids church at Faith Church in Oklahoma City when Trace and his wife Andrea and two boys they came in. I taught their boys in kids church. I introduced myself to Trace, and I said, "Hey, what do you do?" We always ask, "What do you do for a living?" Right? And he said, "Well, a couple things, but a home-based business." I said, "Okay, heard this before, right? What is it?" He's like, "Well, it's health," or I said, "Man, I love the industry, but just to let you know up front, I'm not interested. I'm too busy, and I don't have enough time." Right? Yeah. And he said, "Well, I wasn't asking." And I thought that was so cool because it wasn't that, pushy network marketer that, we all know, right? It was nothing like that. And over the next several months, got to know Trace and his family. And I think it was about August or so of 2014, things really began to slow down digestively for me. I was, obviously had tried many things to lose weight, didn't work. And I think it was about that time. Have you heard that new movie called Constipation?
No.
No? It hasn't come out yet.
Oh, wow. Yes. There's a reason I haven't heard it.
It's just slow to come out, right? Yeah. Guys, I know this is gross, but it's part of the story. 2 weeks went by, and I had not gone to the bathroom at all. Aaron had gone online and saw that, it's going to mean surgery. I could barely walk from the pain that this was causing. And so I was desperate. I needed something. I remembered what Trace and his wife did. So I shot him a message, said, hey man, here's what's going on. What do you have? And he replied back real quick. He was like, yeah, man, here, do this. And so for 21 days, we committed to using the products from Genesis Pure. And I got to be honest, like after just a few days, I was completely cleaned out. But after 21 days, I'd lost 23 pounds. Now, it wasn't my original goal,
Right.
but I just wanted to feel better. Well, I felt better and I'd lost weight. Now, all of a sudden, people are coming up asking, hey, what are you doing? Your face looks thinner, this kind of thing. So I came back out and sat at this table.
Yeah, right here.
Right here. And I said, hey, man, just tell me, like, I know that these products have, like, affected my life in a big way, but what is this business that you're doing? Because I know you don't work. Like, that's what I was thinking, But, like, what took place at this table that day?
What an incredible story and journey for you and Aaron and your family. And I thought about that. I looked at that picture the other night of the four of us sat at this table 234 days ago.
Yeah.
And what's happened in those 234 days, health-wise, thousands of dollars of that passive income. Yeah. It's just incredible to see that journey. But yeah, we sat down and we just shared our heart and our vision, cast our vision of why we do this.
Yeah.
Andrew and I wrote that mission statement to be intentional and really just to show love with families, because guess what? Families are hurting in what two areas? Health and finances.
Yeah, you're right.
And so we were able to share that vision with you guys, and to say that you caught the vision, that would be an understatement of the day. Because they caught that vision and they shared that vision, and they've taken that vision to hundreds of people,
right,
which will become thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, because that's what these streams do.
Right.
They don't just grow a little bit and then die off. They continue to grow, and the flow, as we're showing the flow, Show the Flow TV, those flows increase, and what happens is those things grow.
It's awesome. When we first took a look at this, I don't know that we really understood what we had our hands on. But after Trey shared his heart and the vision that they have, to help families, like he said, we caught that in a big way and we took action. So I continued down the road, starting off with the 23 pounds lost in 21 days, which is now over 95 pounds lost. I mean, we're talking like I'm a different person at this point, because of the products, from a company like this right here. I've got Pure Success magazine, which is filled of, stories of life transformation, both in health and finances. And that's really what this has been for us. There hasn't been a week that's gone by since we started sharing with people that we haven't got a check. I mean, every single week like clockwork. And what do we have to do to earn that check? At this point, it's residual. Mm-hmm. It's that passive income that we call it mailbox money.
Yeah.
And that's really what that's looked like, from something that, we believe in, that's had an impact in a very, very big way. In addition to that, especially companies like this, it's so cool. There are perks and things. Genesis Pure sent us on an all expense paid trip, Aaron and I, to Park City, Utah, to play in the greatest snow on earth. We won the Star Maker contest, and it was so cool because like when we came on board, my philosophy may be just different, right? I didn't want to be, the bottle delivery guy and the salesy person, right? I just didn't want to. And so our approach was just I believe this, guys, success leaves clues. And that's, Trace and Andrew have seen great success in this company. And we were like, hey, we're just going to do what they do. And it's this, we just share it with people and they see it or they don't. Mm-hmm. And that was our approach. Well, by taking that approach, we came on and, broke records in the company, became one of the, the fastest growing teams, already achieved many ranks in the company. And, it's just been awesome. And that's led to residual income of thousands and thousands of dollars for us. And I don't say that to brag as a pat on the back or anything, just, so that we can relate and really get this message across to guys. Like, I understand, every day you're in the grind, your day-to-day day job stuff. but there are opportunities that are out there where maybe you burn up a little of your fuel at first and put some action in, but it can build that residual passive income. And I think that's important.
You said a couple of things, too busy and don't have enough time, and so yes, the thing I think that's intriguing, since we're on multiple streams Monday, and that's what we're talking about, is here's the facts, guys. His regular traditional business has grown and broke records month after month after month. And then on top of that, he's grown this other stream of income at the same time. And this last week, I did a connect call. And guess what? Ryan and Kenan were shooting a house, and Ryan's on the phone sharing this vision with someone in another state while shooting a house.
Yeah.
And so if you say you can build this from anywhere and that people are too busy and don't have enough time, then how do you break records month after month after month in the photography business and still carve out a little bit of intentional time to share this with others?
Yeah.
And so that's the cool thing about building multiple streams and leveraging my time, leveraging leaders and people's time to build something very significant, to build those multiple streams. And so that's really cool.
It's been awesome. And what it's like is, imagine pushing a smart car up a hill. It takes some effort at first, but once you kind of crest that peak, that thing takes off on its own. And that's really what we've seen over the past few months is, we're at that point now where we've kind of crested just right over the tip of this hill, and it's smooth sailing from here. And so there are opportunities out there, not just for me, there's nothing magic about what we've done at all, but it's finding something with a simple system in a proven track record. And that's what we have found in this company. And so I just wanted to share a little bit, maybe a peek behind the scenes of some of the success Aaron and I have seen. And it's been not just, putting all of our eggs in one basket, what happens if somebody comes and knocks that over, but it's diversifying the sources of income. So that's it for Multiple Streams Monday, episode number 11. Thank you so much for joining us today. I just wanted to say that again, that I really, really appreciate you all. And Trace Bailey, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a great day.
Take care.